Hello, Namaskar. We are going to look into the water treatment for the syllabus of BTech undergraduate engineering chemistry. So, basically, water treatment is done for two different purposes. One is the domestic use of water, and for that, domestic treatment is done. Another one is the industrial use of water. So, industrial use of water has some different treatments involved. Domestic treatment of water is done by the municipal corporation or public water supply authority, and the main purpose of this domestic treatment of water is to remove the pathogens. So that the diseases, waterborne diseases should not be caused. In industrial treatment of water, the majority objective is to remove the dissolved salts. Here in domestic treatment of water, the removal of dissolved salts is not the objective. Here, in such case, originally the water source is selected which is having optimal dissolved salts. Usually, river is chosen as a source of water, some perennial river where dam is constructed, and then that supplies the water to big cities. If it is a small town population, a village, very small village, then nowadays you can see the tube wells and all. And majority of the people use some water treatment arrangement like RO system, etc., to remove the dissolved hardness. But to remove the dissolved salts is not the objective of any public authority. They just remove the pathogens by some treatment like chlorination and supply such water, filtration and chlorination. Whereas industrial use of water mainly involves the treatment to remove the dissolved salts. We will see both of the treatments one by one, but when you think of the industrial treatment of water, in such case, the industrial treatment fundamentally involves removal of salts, and the removal of salts is to remove the hardness. To remove the hardness from water. So we will see what is hardness. What is hardness of water? Hardness of water causes due to salts of calcium and magnesium. Calcium and magnesium salts causes the hardness to water. Hardness is the scale forming tendency of water when it evaporates. When slowly the concentration decreases, the dissolved salts settle down as scale, or that is considered as the hardness of water. In such case, the scale forming is due to the salts of calcium and magnesium, and The salts of calcium and magnesium can be categorized in two different, say, category. One is the bicarbonates. Bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, these are removable by boiling and cooling down. If we boil and cool the water, then we will see that the bicarbonates are converted into carbonates, and therefore this is also called as temporary hardness, because it can be removed by boiling and cooling. Whereas the salts like calcium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate, also the nitrates of calcium and magnesium, they are not removed after boiling and cooling down. These salts are not removed even after boiling and cooling, and therefore these salts are called as the permanent hardness. So we have two category. One is the bicarbonates and another is the chloride sulfates. The bicarbonates in water are called as temporary hardness, whereas the other part, the chloride sulfates, are called as permanent hardness. Apart from these factors, water also has some manganese and iron type of content also, and they are also present in the form of bicarbonate. So the treatment of water starts with sedimentation and coagulation. First, the water is filtered, then it is allowed to settle down in the tanks, large tanks, where the particles, soil particles, clay particles, they settle down due to gravity, its own weight. And then you will see the next day you can see the clear water. If you take out the fresh water from some sources, it may be having a yellowish color and it is opaque. You cannot see through. The bottom is not seen. Whereas if you allow it to settle down, you will see the bottom next day, and very fine particles are still there. So if you take out such water and then add coagulants to such water, then whatever fine particles they are there and which could not settle down, they also settle down due to the addition of coagulants. Why these fine particles do not settle down? Because they are very thin, and whatever small vibration is there in water, even the stagnant water is there, that is sufficient to keep them floating. Secondly, another important thing is they are charged particles, and therefore they have a movement, and thus they do not settle down. When we add coagulants, coagulants are such chemicals which are having large surface area. The particles have large surface area and it has a kind of static charge. Therefore, those particles, when the coagulant is added to water, the particles spread, and each particle attracts many fine particles which were floating in water, and thus the particle grows in size, and with gravity it settles down. One of the simple example that you know is alum. So aluminum sulfate is one of the example of coagulant, and it is called as filter alum. If we add aluminum sulfate to water, then it will form aluminum hydroxide. Basically, this aluminum hydroxide is the coagulant, but the physical stable form, solid form, is the filter alum. So it is marketed as filter alum, but the actual action is of aluminum hydroxide, a flock like slippery material, and that aluminum hydroxide acts as coagulant in water. Few other examples we can take as coagulants are the sodium aluminate is there, one of the coagulant, NaAlO2. Here you see that aluminum sulfate on hydrolysis gave acid, thus it imparts acidity in water. But sodium aluminate, when it reacts with water, it gives aluminum hydroxide plus NaOH. So both of these two are giving the same aluminum hydroxide ultimately, but the other product is acidic in aluminum sulfate, filter alum, whereas in sodium aluminate it is base. So depending on original source of water, the pH of original water, we can choose one of the coagulant. If the original source of water is having alkaline nature, then you can go for aluminum sulfate. If the original source of water is acidic in nature, then sodium aluminate is chosen as one of the coagulant. So we will stop here for this presentation. I will see you in the next topic of water treatment. Thank you.